Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here again at Matic, seeing what's going on. This is actually looking a lot better than expected. We can kind of see here with some of the anticipation we were wanting the price action to pull back here to this 83.7 mark and continue higher. It just continued higher instead, right? And also take a look at this here with Bitcoin's correction. Not a massive amount of movement compared to most coins. Most coins are establishing lower lows and lower highs. Matic is establishing higher lows and parallel highs. It's kind of in that transition. We'll look at the hourly to note and kind of understand specifically what that looks like, but we're looking pretty good here for Matic. I like what I see here so far. Let's see if that continues. Okay, let's take a quick look at liquidation and understand specifically right there at about 80.5 is a heavy accumulation of long liquidations, and the inverse about 9.95 cents. So 80.5 upwards of 90.5. Price is almost right there in the middle. So the truth is the lower price point will have more of a target on its back. There's potential for the price to swing lower, especially if Bitcoin cracks to 40,000 in the near future. Just know that could actually come at one point. But just based on how well this coin did in light of what Bitcoin just did for that correction's sake, that's a good sign, okay? So just because we have high liquidation below the price action doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, but it's important to be mindful that one last candle wick down there to wreck some shorts and to melt some faces would be appropriate. It's pretty much par for the course. We just got to expect it. Crypto is full of shenanigans, and that is essentially how the whales play. They have fun with other people's money, and liquidation is their number one thing that they like to focus on. If you like to focus on not getting liquidated, CryptoCash.tech is a site link down below if you want to consider becoming a community member. We got some premium trades here, of course. This is our Premium Plus group where we've been scalping the heck out of Litecoin, Solana, BNB, somewhere in there. There's a lot of trades signals get sent through here. You got to keep this in mind. This is all just in the last 6 or 7 hours, okay? But again, nice profits are being taken consistently just because it consistently finds good entry targets, and this is based on my original day trading strategy. I don't like to spend enough time in the day to day trade anymore, so I just let the bot do it for me. So my Premium Plus group members, congrats on that. If you take a look here as well, today's profits for my swing trades, Atom 102, Cartesi 70, and OP 21%. That was a trade we took last night. After I analyzed that, check that video out too, of course. You'll see exactly what went into that trade. This is exactly why I make these videos, so you can kind of understand the logic of what I'm thinking when I take a trade, if and when I do. And it's got to be perfect, at least within reason, you know? No trade is perfect, but it's got to be perfect for me. You know, it's like I like to trade with a high success rate, and I like to ensure my trades, if I take them, they meet my standards. Okay, and that's what we're talking about here today. So this is the daily time frame. We are overextended at a 9+2 minus the other 2 there, so we're basically 2 days of continuation into this downtrend. There is potential for further downtrend. Just got to keep that in mind. It's not a guarantee, but it could happen. Okay. We take a look here, of course, at the lower price points here with the RSI. We haven't hit 50 yet, but we could. So we got to be mindful the price action can still shift down. Money flow index is maintaining itself, which is good. You never short into a high money flow. Okay. We'll recognize that in smaller time frames, but generally the money flow index is high. That's why shorting hasn't been a good option for most coins. I know there's some folks yesterday boasting about their short from, 44,000 to 41,000. I wouldn't say that was luck per se, but that was definitely one of those situations where they've probably been shorting for a long time, and they finally just got their target. So what I'm getting at isn't I'm better than you or anything like that, because trading is just, it's based on who you are, and it should always be independent, right? But the truth is that shorting in the current uptrend right now still is confirmed. There's just not a lot of success. Okay, so be very careful shorting any coin at this moment. That's all I ask. All right, that said, daily time frame is not by any stretch bullish. We lost our short-term trend line, which is the same narrative on most coins I'm analyzing today, but our long-term trend line is still in good shape. Okay, so we're above the 20-day SMA, ascending positively, while the oscillators are telling us the price is pulling back. No surprise there with that massive candle from yesterday. That was roughly a 14%, 13% correction from top to bottom. Okay, again, not the greatest, but not terrible either. 4-hour time frame is a little more telling. We can see here as well. Most coins are actually below this level. This is nice. We're actually barely above 50 on the RSI, which isn't like a total long position situation, but it's definitely a good contributing factor, letting us know we're kind of sort of on the right side of the tracks. While it's tentative, it's still there. The money flow index is maintaining itself there. Stochastic is swinging up. Those are 3 good signs for bullish behavior. We also see here MACD's trying to converge. Hasn't yet, but it's soon to. Okay, so another 12 hours or less, we should see that converge, and that could be a good buying opportunity. A lot of that hinges on breaking this most recent high. Okay, if we cannot close above 87.6, we have no business taking a long position. Okay, we'll see on the hourly too if the cloud kind of confirms that. But we're still below the 20-day SMA, but we are up over the 50. Most coins cannot say that right now. That's a good sign. Okay, we're also maintaining above this previous resistance level, turn support at 85.5. So everything here is looking fairly sound. Okay, I like this. We also have this upper level liquidity that was partially swept. But you got to recognize, still, the elephant in the room here is this large amount of liquidation down at around the 82-cent mark. Or what was it? I'm so sorry. I think 80.5, 80.5-cent mark. That little level down here looks like this. Could be the next liquidation level, okay? Just know a lot of liquidation hedged at that level, which implies most people are biased towards the upside, okay? And that's also a good sign with people thinking the price is going to go up. Not always a great sign, though, honestly, because the majority of traders are oftentimes wrong, including myself, where the whales are the ones that always know what's going on because they're controlling the price. All right, conversation for another day. Let's wrap this up here. Oh, one last thing, too. My community members have spoken. They've told me a lot of good feedback. You get DMs daily about how awesome this exchange is. Be sure to check it out. You get significant rewards if you use my link to register. And we have trading competitions, a lot of cool things coming in the future. But mainly they have no KYC, no VPN, so if you got hit with that pretty hard, I recommend utilizing them. Even if you don't have that as a requirement, they're an excellent exchange, and we use them exclusively as a community, and I can tell you, significantly good, solid exchange. Check it out. Okay, so the hourly, last thing we're just kind of wrap this up with is, okay, this is interesting. Look at this here. We got this kind of like little screw you kind of situation here. In other words, when the price breaks above the cloud, you never just jump in, okay? You kind of wait for it to confirm above the cloud for a few hours. Me, personally, I wait no less than 3. But look at this here. Hour 1, oh, looking good. Hour 2, uh-oh, doji candle. Hour 3, back below. So that's a case in point where this is a perfect example of no confirmation, okay? I look for confirmation. I'm not perfect in every time, don't get me wrong. There's times where I might actually take a trade if everything else looks great and the cloud isn't confirming. I will take some trades. Trust me, I'm not a perfect person in this regard. But I do like to emphasize best practice, and best practice is wait a few hours before you take a trade when the price action closes above. So we're doing the same thing here as well, right? Price action looks like it wants to peak above. In 4 hours from now, roughly 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, when the price action closes on the daily candle, if the daily candle is not above 87.84, I'm not going to consider taking a trade. And that's basically what this is telling me. So again, we're almost there. Conversion lines above the baseline, lagging spans free and clear, but we're not above the cloud yet. That is somewhat of a moving average. In fact, I think it is moving averages that are holding price action in place until the price goes above. We have no reason taking a trade. And I know you're probably going to be like, oh, what about the times where the price just keeps going up? Yeah, those are okay. You forget about those because they're not worth your time. Find other opportunities and just make sure you're not forcing trades, okay? Good traders look for reasons not to take a trade when bad traders are forcing trades and making things happen when they shouldn't. Again, I speak from experience here. I've been a bad trader in the past. And I'm not perfect anyways either. We think we had one stop loss this month for Terra Classic when the price action wicked all the way down about 20%, okay? That was unfortunate. But everything else has been pretty darn solid if you take a look at all this here, okay? There's that Terra Classic one, but Chainlink 50, Chainlink 35, that was a scalping trade there for the downside, SHIB 30%, AVAX 111. I mean, the list goes on here. You can obviously see how this trades are structured and how things work out. Just something that, again, I like to use. And the main reason why we're successful is because we're not using massive leverage. Some folks are getting wiped out at 20, 30x leverage. We're using 5 to 10x tops. I really only 10x leverage my Bitcoin Ethereum trades. Everything else is 5 to 7, maybe. Anyways, just some friendly advice. Again, I like to say that because people come over to my community all the time having their portfolios wrecked by, following Tom, Dick, and Harry on Twitter. I can't say don't do that, but I just recommend you pick who you want to follow that is actually, good at what they do instead of just boasting consistent results about how amazing they might be. Okay, again, consistency I think is key, and people will over leverage the heck out of stuff. It's like the new thing, it's the new fad, and I just think it's irresponsible. All right, anyways, my Trading Academy will cover all that. Be sure to check that out in your own time. Thanks again for watching. Hope you have a great rest of the day. See you in the next one. Take care.